Yes, you man, NK's back. Today's video is people who snapped and killed apex predators bare hands. Now this is crazy shit. So I'm trying to watch this video. Let's get straight into this, bro. Let's not waste too much time. I'll be real.
Incident.
The granny incident.
On a farm in rural Russia, 2012,
Let's see how this plays out.
a Russian grandma heard loud crying and whimpers outside of her home. Confused, she quickly ran outside to see what was going on. There, she was met with the grisly scene of a Eurasian wolf covered in blood while eating one of the grandma's baby cows. These wolves aren't like normal ones due to the Bergmann's rule. This rule states that animals in colder regions evolve larger body sizes to stay warm. A male Eurasian wolf weighs anywhere from 150 to 170 pounds.
We can work with that. We can work with that. The 30 pounds, get something to whack that shit up, bruv.
With that being said, any normal person would probably just lock themselves in their house and call police officers or something.
Call it a day.
But the grandma was unfazed. Her people have survived Soviet winters, food shortages.
Why that look so bleak in this camera, bro? Damn, bro. That looks so dark.
And probably World War II. So for her, a wolf was just another Tuesday. While the wild animal was trying to tear the calf apart, the grandma began roaring at it in an attempt to scare it off. But unbeknownst to her, the wolf had rabies and was manic. So instead of
What? The wolf had
running away, the beast lunged at the grandma, going straight for her throat. However, she immediately punched the animal in the snout, onto her left hand instead. She tried to open up the wolf's mouth so that she could shove her hand down its throat.
What?
That probably sounds like a random thing to do in this.
Oh yeah, she knows what she's doing. This ain't her first time. This ain't Granny's first time. She knows exactly what she's doing, bro. She don't live there for no reason. Me personally, I'm not living near them areas, bro. Fuck that shit. Some flipping grizzly bear trying to break in my crib. Hell no. Granny knows what she's doing there. Miss Russian Granny. Man says she went straight for the throat to get that extra execution, fam. So we like, Granny.
Situation. But hunters and herders sometimes use this tactic because apparently larger animals have really bad gag reflexes.
Safe.
Unfortunately for her, however, the wolf's jaws were locked tight, and she wouldn't be able to get them open because
Seshpack.
it began thrashing her hand around.
Shit.
So instead, she switched gears to her backup plan, punching. She kept on punching and punching and punching the wolf until it decided to go tear away at her legs.
Damn.
To be fair, she's 56 years old and fighting a wolf. So
Exactly.
when the wolf began dragging her by the legs, that's when she realized she needed a weapon. And luckily for her, her trusty axe was nearby.
Ooh.
While the wolf was busy munching on her feet, the grandma raised her axe high above her shoulders and split the wolf's head in two. Then she did it again, then she did it one more time for good
Yeah,
measure.
Seshpack for the wolf. GG's. Granny won this one. Granny won this one. She needed a weapon up first. I think she went in there too cocky and that. But she went in her way. Miss Granny, Russian Granny.
Taken to the hospital where remarkably her injuries weren't too severe.
Alright, she's alright,
If
man.
you're a wolf and watching this video, then my advice
No way, that's
to you
Russian Granny.
is,
Pick up Russian Granny, man.
don't try to
Don't
eat
mess
Russian
with Russian
grandmas.
Granny.
They're not prey. They're more like Elden Ring bosses. Also, to add to that, don't try to eat these next types of people either. The dad incident.
The dad accident. Okay, let's see what happens. And we get hate straight with that ad. Beautiful. Get muted. I said Roblox. I haven't played Roblox in ages, man. I might have to start a Roblox series soon.
In 2021, a father in Karnataka, India, was riding back home on his motorcycle in
Alright.
the forest. As is common
Different
in certain
situation.
regions of India and other countries, the father was riding with his wife on the back of his bike while she carried their... It was nearing nighttime,
Peaceful.
and after the family finished their work for the day, they were headed back to their village to relax.
That newborn baby.
Their
there's a
fatigued
baby
eyes
there.
squinted hard through the rural road they were on together. They tiredly blinked at it again and again until they noticed the motorcycle got heavier. The man's wife looked down at the she was carrying, and in the blink of an eye, she realized that there was now a full-grown leopard biting down on her kid's leg.
A what? A what? Are you guys seeing what I'm seeing, bro? That fucking leopard biting a newborn baby, bro.
Yuck. A 160-pound wildcat was latched onto the and trying to run off into the forest with it. all while on a motorcycle.
Imam Abiro, what you doing this? No, let's just
The
listen.
mother screamed and pulled back her cat from the grip of the leopard's teeth, provoking the beast in the process. It quickly pounced and swiped at her in retaliation,
Ooh.
prompting the man to increase the speed on his bike so that they could outpace the cat. But unfortunately, his motorcycle wasn't fast enough to escape the animal because it quickly bit onto the leg of his again. Out of
Oh, hell no, bro. In this situation, bro, all adrenaline has to come out, bro. I have to do something about this. We have to do something about this, bro. Because and we're still moving on the bike. We have to stop the bike, bro. Do something. Throw the fucking bike, bro. I'm grabbing that. The bike's probably heavy, but I couldn't give a shit. I'll probably have maximum adrenaline around now. So my strength will be 99 strength. I'm picking up the bike and I'm smashing on the thing. Do whatever. Go for me,
pure
bro.
instinct, while still riding the motorcycle, the father began elbowing the leopard to
Let's
get
go.
off their child. The cat swiped up at him, causing him to crash the vehicle. However, before the leopard could run away with the child, the father grabbed the animal by its throat. Yeah. And while it quickly let go of his kid, the two of them fell into a wrestling match.
Oh, yes, sir.
Leopards
Yes,
are
Pops.
exceptionally lethal predators.
Let's go,
with the
Pops.
ability to vertically jump 10 feet into the air.
Oh my god, just look at how much, bro. These animals here are just
Leopards are exceptionally
gifted
lethal
with
predators
flipping power,
with
bro.
the
Look
ability
at
to
this shit.
vertically jump 10 feet into the air
Ooh.
and casually drag 200 pounds up into trees with them.
Just freaks of natures, bro. I love animals, bro. It's like they're very interesting to learn about.
There are even videos of leopards plummeting from 300 feet, shaking it off, and continuing to hunt their prey. And here, this 30-something-year-old man was wrestling one with his hands gripped tightly
That
around its
motherfucker.
throat. The leopard thrashed him around. Its claws tore into his arms, chest, and split his face. But still, he didn't let go, because he knew if he did, it'd slaughter his family. So he did something absolutely insane. Mid-wrestle match, he positioned the leopard into a chokehold with both of his arms.
Okay,
These
huh?
cats have necks that are thick with muscle.
Look at that. Just
The leopard
muscle.
into a chokehold with both of his arms. These cats have
Look at this, you man. Just pure muscle. Yeah? No fat, like 1% fat, bro. I bet fat. Pure muscle. And remember, he's strangling him, bro. So what is he strangling? Is this you gonna be feeling anything? Bro.
necks that are thick with muscle designed to support their ability to carry heavy prey up trees. So, honestly, for a human, trying to strangle this wildcat is pretty much like trying to choke out a tree trunk. Neighbors in
Dun, dun, dun. What?
Trying to strangle this wildcat is pretty much like trying to choke out a tree trunk.
Oh yeah, guys, it ain't that easy. It ain't that easy. It ain't easy out here, man.
Neighbors in nearby villages finally heard the commotion from
happened
the
to Pops,
attack
man?
and quickly ran in the direction of the screaming family. But when they arrived, it seemed that they were already late to the party because what they witnessed
No way.
had everybody in pure disbelief. They saw a man sitting on the floor, covered in blood,
Yo.
and in front of him laid a motionless leopard. Everybody was taken to the hospital for their injuries, and the only casualty of the event was the leopard. The
We
floor-
gotta give it to Pops. What a goal. Saved the whole family, bro. Can't imagine the stories that young G's gonna get when he grows older, bro. She.
Florida man incident.
Doggy Pops.
Everything was normal for a Floridian family on a sunny beach day on July 6th, 2001, Pensacola. A 30-year-old uncle laid back peacefully
Oh,
on his
Unc?
beach towel, tanning in the sun while everyone had fun around him. He sat up to look around and take in the moment. He saw volleyballs being thrown, sandcastles being built, and his 8-year-old nephew getting torn apart by a
Whoa,
bull
whoa, 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 whoa. That caught me off guard, bro. Straight away.
shark in the water. Then he
Guys, what are you gonna do in this position? I can't swim, bro. I'm cooked, bro. I won't be able to swim. So what am I gonna be doing in this situation? Shit, what can I do, bro?
laid back
Drown,
down
man.
and relaxed because life was good. Yeah, no.
What can you do?
Upon realizing what he just saw, the man immediately leapt up from his beach towel and began sprinting full speed towards the water. People began screaming, "Shark!" and started running away from the waters, but the uncle was still sprinting towards the bull shark that was actively swimming away with his nephew in its mouth.
Where
Bull
do you
sharks
think you're going, bro?
are one of the, if not, the most aggressive shark species on the planet. They weigh anywhere from 200 to 700 pounds. They often hunt in shallow waters and are believed to have the most testosterone of any animal on the entire planet.
Where does this sheep think he's going? Where are you going, buddy? What?
So what do you think this Florida man did when
Bro,
he
chill
finally
out,
spotted
bro.
the bull shark in the water? Well, he leapt on top of it. Yeah. After taking a good look at the 7-foot, 400-pound beast, he jumped on it inside of the water and began punching it in the face to rescue his nephew.
Oh my
Fortunately
god,
for-
this man is insane. And of course he has to be from Florida, bro. Was it Florida or Australia? Nah, it's Australia. But broski, what in your right mind? This nigga's Superman or something, bro? Beating up. And I know that's massive. And this is during inside the water, bro. So he's got multiple things to think about.
Both of them, the shark actually let go of the boy. However, it bit off his arm and started swimming off with it in its mouth.
Damn.
Now, what do you suppose the Florida man did
Can't,
at this
man.
point?
He went back.
He jumped back into action and began wrestling the
Oh,
bull shark
fucking course he did, bro. Oh
underwater
my
for his son's arm.
gosh.
The shark and the man fell into a tug-of-war match where the shark tried swimming off into deeper waters and the uncle tried desperately to pull it back onto shore. The man tugged, twisted, and pulled. The shark was trying to get away, but he didn't let go. I don't know how, but the psychopath literally pulled the shark back onto the beach.
Hey, yo, this guy's Thanos, bro. Man said Thanos went against a shark, bro. This guy butchered this shark the whole time and said, fuck it, I'm coming to your home ground and I'm taking you to the away ground. Sesh packed. Done. Easy.
And pried its jaws open with his bare hands and ripped his nephew's severed arm out of its mouth.
Oh my
The arm was
gosh.
still intact. A local fisherman on a boat nearby noticed the commotion happening on the beach. He pulled out his rifle and took aim, and in one click, the shark's mad frenzy ended. Vance Flosenzia wrestled a bull shark and was able to give paramedics his nephew's
Yo.
arm to be reattached in surgery. I can't say I expected less from the Florida man, but honestly, he wins Uncle of the Year.
Fair enough.
The
Not
universe-
Uncle of the Year, bro. Come on, man. Uncle of 5,000 years. That's a story to never forget, bro. Come on, man.
Incident. In 2024, a 35-year-old railway worker in India was just trying to get some sleep after a long
Just
shift.
chilling, alright.
It was the middle of the night, and he was passed out on his bed when he felt something crawling up his
What could
leg.
possibly...
He woke up and saw a snake, but not just any snake. An extraordinarily venomous one that was assumed to be a crate or a cobra, some of the deadliest reptiles on the planet. He stared at the snake.
Guys, listen, yeah. What are you doing in that position? What can you do? How is that fair, bro? How am I peacefully in bed and I just have a snake crawling near my shit, near my meat too? Powerless over here, bro. Especially the most venomous. Sesh packed, bro.
It stared back. He continued staring, and so did the snake.
Can't lie, bro. You'd have to wait. Maybe you'd have to wait for him to do something because you have to keep composure because obviously these guys react to your reaction. So depending on what he does,
And then it bit him.
of course.
Now,
yeah.
most people would have panicked, called for help,
Nah,
or maybe
kill that
tried
nigga, bro.
driving toward a nearby
Kill him.
hospital.
Kill him.
But this guy just had to be different. Something inside him snapped, and before the snake could slither away, he grabbed the animal with his bare hands
Where you going?
and, he bit it.
What?
Yeah, multiple times. He chomped down twice on a reptile that is venomous enough to end the lives of 20 humans with a single bite.
What the
tried-
fuck? Are you guys hearing this? Like, what's going on with these videos? This is different right now. Like,
Wriggling out of his teeth, but he
This is
munched on it like
crazy.
it was a piece of jerky, effectively crushing it. Later on, the man was rushed to the hospital and given an antivenom so that he could recover from the bite.
oh my
He
god.
later
Did
on
survive?
told reporters that in some parts of India, there's a superstition that biting a snake transfers the venom back to the animal so that it'll pass away instead of you. So, who knows? Maybe the superstition actually worked, or maybe he just needed an excuse for his revenge.
He survived though. Fair enough. No more ads, please. I ain't trying to do these ads, man. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bitch, mute that bitch, bro. I can't lie. We're hearing some crazy stories, bro. My man was literally sleeping and a snake came up his asshole, bro. That's peak, bro. Tough luck, man. Please just.
He was a 69-year-old Alaskan hunter,
What?
and on November 1st, 1999, he was out in the wilderness doing what he'd done for decades: hunting. He knew the woods, and more importantly, he knew how to handle himself. Him and 3 other hunters set out to catch a black-tailed deer, but due to the windy weather, it was extraordinarily hard to sneak up on one. So they split up into groups of
Alright, guys, remember this, bro. This is a crucial story, so we got to lock in here, guys. Alright, so we got a whole family, and they split apart. Okay.
2. Later on, after hunting for what felt like hours, the man and his
Hunt for
partner became
hours?
frustrated because they still hadn't caught the deer. So he came up with a plan. He told his partner to split up with him and said, "If I let out a shot, you come to my noise. But if you let out a shot, then I'll come to your noise." His partner nodded in agreement, but the only issue is that his partner was also wearing a heavy-duty hat with thick ear flaps.
Why would you guys split apart if you've already split apart? I ain't doing that shit, bro. Stay together, bro.
That muffled
that's
the
not
sound
good-
of pretty much everything
Anyway.
outside. The
Bob
man split up
experienced.
from his teammate, and within just a bit, he found the deer they were trying to hunt all day. He took aim,
Bit.
marking a successful hunt for him and his
Bears.
crew. He waited for his partner to come, but it didn't happen. He began hooting like an owl
Mission
a few times
complete.
to draw attention, but his partner still didn't show up. The man rolled his eyes in annoyance, took off his rifle, and put it beside a tree. He then decided to butcher the deer meat by himself, and after cutting away at it for a while, the man heard a twig snap behind him. Feeling relieved that his partners finally showed up, he turned around to greet his crew. A brown bear stands at about 10 feet.
Search pack, bro. Call it a day. Just call it a day. If you don't know about bears, go do your research. Just call it a day, man. Search pack.
Feet tall, weighs about 1,000 pounds, and runs as fast as a car on a street.
Can you imagine, bro? 1,000 pounds. Like, he weighs 1,000 pounds and is as fast as a car, bro. The power, this animal is broken. Oh, my. Like, you can't do shit.
Unfortunately for this man, it wasn't his crew members that showed up, but instead the bear.
Of course.
The hunter froze when he saw it. The distance between the two of them was about 30 feet away, and the distance between him and his rifle was only 2 feet. But the bear let out a roar, and it charged at him so fast that it was
Seth, man.
impossible for him to even think
Seth,
about trying to grab that weapon. He only had one option available, his buck knife. He dropped his deer meat
I ain't doing shit to that 1,000-pound bear, bro.
and quickly
Sure.
grabbed the blade from his pocket, and right as he pulled it out, the man-beast was already right in front of him. The hunter aimed to slash at the bear's open mouth, but he missed and accidentally sliced its face instead.
There we go.
Angering the bear, it crushed his arm with its teeth, tearing off his skin and exposing his bone. The
Ah.
hunter screamed in pain, and the full-grown bear pushed him down to the ground, pinning him into a death
Imagine seeing your own bone, bro. That's not even. This ain't even funny, bro.
grip. While it twisted away at the hunter's arm, he quickly used his free hand to try to poke the bear's eye out with his thumb. But it began thrashing him around, causing him to miss continuously.
Oh my
The man
gosh.
switched gears and instead took his finger and jammed it deep into the bear's ear canal, rupturing its eardrum. The beast let go of him and recoiled in confusion and annoyance. It then let out another 100 to 120 decibel roar and
Oh, you guys deep in this?
annoyance. It then let out another 100
Extremely loud, equivalent to a chainsaw rock concert. Is that thunderclap? Oh no, bears are broken. Let me see how a bear's teeth looks like again, bro. I need my research, bro. Bear teeth. Bro, sesh packed. Sesh packed, man.
100 to 120 decibel roar and charged at the hunter again. The man was still on his back, so he desperately kicked the bear square in the throat, making it stumble as he hopelessly scrambled back to his feet.
Okay,
He was
progress.
covered in blood, with an arm that was completely mangled and a bear that was charging at him again to finish him off for good.
Progress?
The man's mind raced, and his thoughts became a blurry panic. He was actually getting eaten alive by a bear, and he was running out of options for survival. Acting quickly, he fell onto his butt and stretched out his leg to use it as bait for the bear to bite onto and be distracted with. This would prove to be a terrible decision, because
no.
instead of just biting the lower end of his leg, it actually chomped down on his thigh, giving it complete control over his entire body.
Shit.
The bear began to shake the man around like a rag doll, thrashing his body
Damn.
around and bashing his skull on the floor.
On the rocks as well, like.
Trees and rocks, causing serious damage. The hunter couldn't see a single thing. His ears gotten blocked from the extreme
Seth,
trauma he
he's
was
gone,
suffering,
man.
and he was losing consciousness.
Where the flip are the friends? Where's the rest of the youth? I told you, man, to keep attention on this story, bro. He had 3 youths, bro. He was with. Thunderstorm. The bear's screaming like a thunderstorm, bro. Chainsaw. How is no one hearing this shit, bro? Where's his youths? Insane, bro.
Nonetheless, his adrenaline gave him enough energy to power through the bear's thrashing and to plow his buck knife countless times into the beast's
Let's go, you. Come on.
neck. The bear dropped the man and backed away as it bled from its neck with his knife stuck in it.
Oh, let's go, you.
The man stood up on one foot with his body exposed, showing both muscle
He's
and
fucked
bone,
up. He's
but he
fucked
fell into a delirium and began screaming at the bear. Reports mentioned that he began desperately shouting something to the lines of "God is on my side" or "The Lord is with me." The bear charged at him again. And with
Beautiful.
one good arm, he punched the bear square in the snout repeatedly,
Oh my God.
causing the disoriented animal to collapse on the ground.
Oh,
The hunter
my
collapsed on the ground with the bear, then quickly scrambled to his feet to grab his rifle. Each time he stood up, he fell. But finally, he got to his weapon. At this point, his vision was blurry, his eyes were covered in blood, his hearing was muffled, and he was on the brink of passing out. He stood over the bear's body with his weapon, aimed it at the bear, and then tried to shoot it. However, nothing happened. He quickly looked at his rifle and realized the flesh hanging off of his body had jammed.
This story can't get worse, bro. Oh, this is disgusting.
The bear began groaning and slowly getting up again. He tirelessly pulled the flesh out, then aimed the weapon at the bear again. He was victorious, but then he immediately collapsed to the ground. The man could barely stand. He dragged himself across the snowy forest until he reached the beach.
Oh my gosh, it's
Sticks
cold
and
as
branches
well.
tore at his already mangled
It's
body. He
cold.
crawled. Each time he was about to lose consciousness from the sheer amount of pain he was in, he'd quickly grab a chunk of ice-cold snow and shove it into his mouth to shock him back awake. When he made it to the snowy beach, he finally saw his team. Horrified with what they saw, they ran to the man's disfigured body to help him out. Drenched in blood, the only thing the man said before passing out is "please."
Guys, like, what can you... This is the worst possible situation you can even be in as well, man. Like, for yourself, like, hopelessness. These youths couldn't hear them. I'll be fuming, bro. He couldn't hear shit. Oh, it's just
This is
unfortunate,
the
man.
story of Gene Moe, an Alaskan huntsman. After receiving multiple skin grafts and about 1,000 stitches, he survived and made a full recovery from this nightmare. And despite the trauma, Gene kept on hunting well
Look at my man. He can't have get an attack, bro. He doesn't look like he's going an attack, bro.
into his 70s. He credited his survival to God, and he would go on to live a full life till
What a legend.
2024,
Glory to
where he
God, man.
passed away peacefully at 93. The wilderness is extraordinarily dangerous, but honestly, the moral of today's story is, don't mess with Russian grandmas, don't mess with Florida men,
Beautiful.
and especially don't mess with any Alaskan Christian dudes that have a bear hanging up on their wall. Now, go and have a happy day.
Jeez, man, what a video. Well, guys, that got my mind feeling bamboozled. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to leave a like on it, comment down below, and subscribe, man. We're trying to reach 1K this year. That's the goal, man. Let's keep striving. Stay tuned, man, for the next one. Love for the love, my people.